Hello, everyone. My name is Salvador Millán, and I am really happy to be able to share with you about the tools that Usana has so you can succeed growing with customers. And this is the agenda we are going to cover. We are going to talk about the back office that we have, which is called the Hub in Usana, the Usana Customer Connect app, some of the key reports I use to grow my business, and then some tips about building customer relationships for life. So let's start with the Hub. When you get your Usana account, you get a login, and when you go to usana.com, this is the first screen you see, right? There's a lot of information that you can leverage in the Hub. And I will touch on the first, in order to manage your business, on the left side, you go and click on these bars on the left where I have my mouse. And here there's a number of tools that you will see. The one I use a lot is Team Manager. And this is where you will be able to access all the reports. As I said, I will be touching on some of them. There's also a section of forms. This is where you can find the price lists that you can share with your customers. This is very important, the direct enrollment link. This is something you use when you want to enroll a new associate, because sometimes customers that become fan of the product, they can also become part of your team. And especially now that we are launching a program where PCs can get credits by referring new customers. So I think that's a great program that we are just starting as I am recording this video. And then we have also the Usana Media Center, and this is where you will find a lot of content that you can share it has great pictures, videos about the products. Usually when there are promotions, there's shareables there that you can use, and yeah, you can just leverage all this to grow your business, right? Okay, then if there's another section that it's called contests and events. And this is where you can identify which are the incentives that Usana has for you to grow your business, right? And some of them vary are related to a specific rank or a specific moment in your business. We have future leaders. We have Elevate. Elevate is one of my favorites because it really rewards the personal performance of points that you get with new customers and new associates, and every 6 months we get to go to a fantastic trip. This period we are focusing on going to Disney, which is great for the family. Then also we have the Executive Summit, and then the Americas and Europe Convention. In 2020 we did this online, obviously because of the COVID, but this is a fantastic event that you need to plan. I would hope that by 2021 things are back to normal and we can go to this event in person again, which is a great booster for people. People that go to these events usually sees the results in their business because of just the amount of learning that happens there. Okay, there's also a section where you can access training resources, training about the products. There's about training about Celavive, our skincare line, intelligence. There are business trainings, like, for example, the Road to Achiever. Here you will find a number of things that you will learn if you really want to hit that first great or important milestone in your business, which is becoming an achiever, right? And there's also information about the compensation plan, and there's a lot, right? Just get there and just make sure you put in your agenda a little bit of time so you can continue to learn, and every week you are building the skill set that you need to succeed. And then I decided to just here mention something very important. When you log in to Usana, the first thing that you need to define is which is the business center where new customers are going to fall into, right? So when you log in here, when you have this icon of a person on the upper right corner, you click there, and then you go to Profile Manager. From there, you just click Continue, and then you go to Business Settings, And in business settings, you can, there's this section when you put the enrollment placement, right? So Andrea is my wife, so that's why you see her here. We run our business together, and basically here you just, these are the business centers we are growing at the moment, and where she's focusing on associates, and I am focusing on customers, right? And usually we work in a way where we have associates on one leg and customers on the other, so we can maximize our income. So that's something you might want to apply as well. Let's talk about Customer Connect. Customer Connect is a mobile app. This is great because, as you know, most of the transactions in the world today are done on a mobile device. And this is a mobile application that you can download from either Google or Apple. And you can share a lot of information, value-adding information with your customers, and you can manage also their journey, your interactions with them. And I will show you more in detail, right? So this is just obviously how it does it look in an iPhone, where you just don't download, you send a Customer Connect, you have your associate ID and your password to log in, the same you use in the hub. And then there's as I said, you can share a lot of value-adding information and also track the interactions that you have with each of your prospects. So this is the main menu. You will see here that you can share your website address. Usana gets you one website that you can use. You can have even up to 3 domains actually. You can share product links. You just share a particular product, and it goes, when they click on them, they go directly to the shopping cart. You can share articles. These articles usually come from askthescientist.com. This is a fantastic resource that Usana has put together, the science department from Usana, and there's tons and tons of information that you can use for your customers. There are presentations also that are already done that you can share with customers. As I mentioned before, in the hub, there was an enrollment link. There's also one in Customer Connect. You can share even the price list with customers, and you can manage your leads. This is where you manage the relationship with your customers. So this is an example of the articles you can share when you enter into the app. These are the ones that are most used, right? And they change over time, but then you can actually go to Ask the Scientist, and you can search the entire database, and you can manage to send a particular article that will be valuable for a particular prospect based on the needs that you have understood from them. This is the enrollment link. You can send the enrollment link for a PC, so they enroll as preferred customers and get a 10% discount, or you can send also a link to an associate, and you can use the default placement that I showed you how to set up, or you can override that in the app, okay? As I mentioned, there are presentations. These are some of the examples. There's Essentials one. There's a video, for example, for the Usana athletes. This is amazing that we have these high-performing athletes trusting our product. And then, as I mentioned, we have this price list in different languages. Here in this flag, you can even change the country because, as you know, Usana operates in at least 23 countries, and you can actually have customers in most of them, and you can just select the country and share the price list in the appropriate language. So this is great. This is great functionality. This is an example of the products. Here you can select a product, a particular product, and share the link so they can buy it directly. Obviously, you do that once the customer is already prepared for that. I usually send first. I first understand what they are looking for. Then I look for some articles, so I build confidence on them that I know that what I am talking about, and also that Usana has all the science and all the knowledge behind the product. And then at the end, I send the product so they can buy, Okay, if you just send the product directly at the beginning, it can be a little bit rude, right? So make sure that you follow that cycle of building the relationship and making sure you add value with information, and then you buy the product, or you send the product link. Then the lead list. So this is, you can actually import your entire address book from your phone to the lead list, or you can select the people that you believe can be a great prospect. And once you do that, you can actually, for each contact, manage and tag the life cycle of the relationship, right? So first they start as waitlist customers. Then you can put them as interested, which is this one. Then you can say that you have invited them to a presentation. If you presented to them, you can mark also that you have done that. If they purchased product, you can put it here. And then if they become a preferred customer, this is this star with this people icon. And then they might even become your associate, right? So all this cycle you can manage, and in the app you can just put for each contact where you are in the relationship. You can here also see all the activity and all the sharing that you have done. If you share products, it will tell you. You can add notes and you can add reminders, which is great because usually whenever we have a conversation with a customer, what we are looking for is to schedule the next conversation, right? So this is great to manage that cycle. So I really encourage you to take advantage of it. Let's look quickly in some of the key reports. One I use a lot is the PC report. Usually when I get a new customer, I will get an email from Usana, right? And then in order to see the details of that customer, I go to Team Manager. And in Team Manager, you can find this PC report. And when you click there, you can actually filter and put the date. And if you want to see only the ones you sponsor or the entire list of the customers that your team has sponsored. No, it's important. You can only see the personal information from customers you sponsor directly. Then this is great because it's just compliant with data privacy and regulation. And in the PC report, you will see a list of customer IDs and some data. And if you click in the customer number, you will be able to see their data. In this case, again, to protect my customers' private information, I just put this white rectangle on top of the data. So you wouldn't be just knowing everything about Shell, right? And then here you see this blue icon where that says orders. You can click also there and you will see the order history, right? So in this case, she did this order in August 13. If she does more orders, I would see here all the order history for this particular customer. And this is useful when you just want to understand what a single customer has done. The one that I use a lot also is the order history report. You go to Team Manager, order history, and this is where you will see all the orders you've got from the different customers you have sponsored. I find this really useful because Usana sends you an email when you have a new customer, but you don't get an email when an old customer buys again. And usually I would like to know and just reinforce or send a message, a thank you message to customers that buy again and again. And in the order history report, you will see both the customers that bought in auto order and the customers that bought single time, but even if they are not their first order. So this is very useful. I encourage you to take a look. And you will find your order history there. And then last, I would just share very quickly some of the tips in terms of building customer relationships for life. First, I would really encourage you to use your story at the moment where you are. If you are just starting your health journey with Usana, you can share about it even if you don't have the results, right? Here you can see the journey Andrea has done with the Usana shakes, right? And you can see her transformation. which is very impressive. Obviously, it's over time, but you can leverage also the story from your upline, right? And from people that you know that have accomplished what you are looking for. But the key is that you start sharing, so people just get curious and see the value of you becoming a healthier person. Because at the end, people, okay, yes, they would like to understand the product, but at the end, their buying decision is based on the relationship that you build with them. And sometimes sharing and being authentic adds value to people, and you can be an inspiration for others as you slowly progress in your health journey with USANA. Another important message is make sure that you concentrate in attracting customers, not pursuing them. Sometimes people get so excited that they just go after people and they just talk a lot and don't listen. And listening is a lot more important than talking. So make sure you are interested in your customers instead of you focusing on being interesting for them. And then over time, you will attract them and you won't struggle getting new customers. This is just an example of the email you get from USANA. I'm putting this here because when starting with that email, that's the start of your relationship with a customer that has actually either, sometimes they complete their transactions and sometimes they don't. And in the PC report, you will see if they didn't complete the transaction is because they had an issue during checkout, and you need to contact them to make sure that that issue is resolved, so you can get your points and your customer can get the product. So that's important. And then in order to start that relationship in the right way, make sure you continue to add value to them. Make sure you care, that you follow up on your first order. You understand when they are going to get the product. You follow up on the first experience they had. You make sure that they are using the product correctly. Sometimes they need a reminder on their phone so they don't forget about taking the supplement. Some people, they believe that it's only one a day and they just take half of the supplements that they need. So some people negotiate with their body and their money and just don't take the full the full dose of the recommended USANA products. And that's a little bit of a shame, because there's a design behind the number of pills, and we just need to follow up on them and make sure that we are accountability partners on their health journey, but caring about them and continue to add value and reinforcing how great the product is that they have bought, right? And then if things are going well, 3 weeks have passed and they are happy, you can introduce them to the auto order. And then if they continue to be curious, you can actually position the just options for them to make money. And now that we have the PC referral program, that's a great start, because they can just get credits even without even being a distributor. And then if they start doing that, you can invite them to become a distributor or even to become a full-time associate. But this is a fantastic program, the PC referral program that we are just starting. And just, I really like this quote, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Make sure you remember that. And I'm sure if you apply it, you will be really successful with your customer journey and also with your USANA business. So thank you very much for listening. I hope this is helpful, and I wish you the best as you grow your business with USANA. All the best for you. Bye.